And Sean Brown is here now to talk sports, as we do every Friday. So first of all, the NFL game last night, the Browns and the Steelers, with the Browns on top 21-7.
21-7. Exciting evening, especially at the end, but I'll get to that in a moment. The game itself, the Browns just came in, and this is the Browns team that we were hoping to see all season. Okay. I mean, they showed up, they dominated on both sides of the ball. Mason Rudolph, Steelers quarterback, just couldn't really get moving. He couldn't get into a groove. He was throwing the ball all over the place. Besides receivers' hands, he just threw the ball everywhere, and that's due to the Browns' defense. And so, towards the end of the game, though, obviously, when you're a quarterback and you can't get into a rhythm, your emotions are all over the place. Yeah. You're frustrated. You can see it every time he exits the field. Yeah. He was frustrated. He's throwing his hands up in the air. It's like, what's going on tonight? He just had a really, really off night. And one of the last plays of the game was just a few seconds left. Myles Garrett, defensive end for the Browns, almost had a sack, but obviously Randolph was able to get the ball off. But he bear hugs him and begins to bring him to the ground. Didn't pick him up and slam him, but begins to bring him to the ground. And Rudolph didn't like it. Yeah. And so begins to take out of frustration, begins to take Garrett's helmet off, and Garrett didn't like that. And so he retaliates and begins to, begins to take his helmet off. Now, mind you, if you mess with the quarterback, the offensive line's coming in. They're coming in, that's their job to protect the quarterback. Absolutely. And so you've got two Steelers offensive linemen face-to-face with Garrett alone, and he's frustrated now because he's being ganged up on. Yeah. He takes Rudolph's helmet off and begins to fling it over and hits him in the head. Now, I'm watching this. My wife's asleep. I'm watching this, and I'm yelling, "Oh!" because it's dangerous. Right now, at a time where concussions are high and they're trying to reduce that, you want to keep your emotions in check. You have to keep your emotions in check. I expect a fine, a suspension happening before lunch for Garrett. And they were already winning. I mean, 21-7. They dominated the whole game. It was unnecessary. And he should be penalized for that severely. He should be penalized. It's unacceptable. You're a professional, and part of your job is keeping your emotions in check. That's part of professionalism. It might not have moved in the direction that it did if Rudolph didn't take his helmet off, but even still.
Unbelievable. How are things shaping up for college football, especially after Alabama's loss to LSU?
Okay, now this is the game I was waiting for.
Yes, I remember.
It didn't deliver the way I thought it should deliver because I thought Alabama would play better. However, Alabama lost. LSU still on top. LSU, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia are in the top 4. Because of the loss, Alabama has slipped down to 5. And here we head into the last 2 or 3 games into the season as the playoffs begin to shape up. I hope to see LSU, Clemson. We'll see how it pans out. That's the game I want to see.
All right.
But we will see.
All right. Real quick, Benjamin Watson, big move to help pro-life.
Yes, Ben Watson, big, advocate for pro-life. He's decided to place ultrasounds in healthcare providers all across the country. I mean, that's a huge move, just educating people on, hey, what you're actually doing, the decision that you're making when you decide to have an abortion.
All right, thank you, Sean. And you can watch Going the Distance with Sean Brown this weekend, of course, on the CBN News Channel at 6:30 on Saturday and 7:30 on Sunday.